Hello students, welcome to Whiteray. The topic for discussion today is gametogenesis और gametogenesis होता है gamete formation. Gametogenesis and gametogenesis involves gamete formation. Gametogenesis में जो sperm formation है that is spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis is sperm formation and oogenesis. And oogenesis is formation of ova. And oogenesis is formation of ova. And अब जो है spermatogenesis होता कहाँ है? Spermatogenesis, it takes place in seminiferous tubules. Takes place in seminiferous tubules. In seminiferous tubules of testes. In seminiferous tubules of testes. यहाँ पे होता है spermatogenesis, and I repeat, spermatogenesis is sperm formation. And spermatogenesis जो है that begins at puberty. It begins at puberty. It begins at puberty due to significant increase in the levels of GnRH, which is gonadotropin releasing hormone. So gametogenesis means spermatogenesis and oogenesis. Spermatogenesis is sperm formation and oogenesis is formation of ova. Spermatogenesis होता क्या है, कहाँ है? Takes place in seminiferous tubules of testes. और शुरू कहाँ होता है? It begins at puberty due to significant increase in the levels of GnRH. Due to significant increase in the levels of GnRH. So coming back, GnRH को secrete किसने किया है? Gonadotropin releasing hormone is secreted by hypothalamus. It is secreted by hypothalamus. And GnRH का target organ क्या है? GnRH, it acts on anterior lobe of pituitary. It acts on anterior lobe of pituitary. Pituitary we know is the master gland. And anterior lobe of pituitary फिर secrete करेगा gonadotropins. It secretes what? The gonadotropins. And gonadotropins जो हैं वो कौन से होते हैं? They are LH and FSH. They are called LH and FSH. And we know LH क्या होता है? LH is luteinizing hormone. LH is luteinizing hormone, also called as ICSH. I repeat, LH is luteinizing hormone. Luteinizing hormone, also called as interstitial cell stimulating hormone. And what is FSH? FSH is follicle stimulating hormone. FSH is, I repeat, follicle stimulating hormone. Follicle stimulating hormone. तो हाइपोथैलेमस ने सिक्रीट किया जीएनआरएच. जीएनआरएच ने का जो टारगेट है वो क्या है? एंटीरियर लोब ऑफ पिट्यूटरी. और एंटीरियर लोब ऑफ पिट्यूटरी ने क्या सिक्रीट किया? गोनाडोट्रोपिन्स. एंड गोनाडोट्रोपिन्स आर एलएच एंड एफएसएच. एंड एलएच इज आल्सो कॉल्ड आईसीएसएच. एलएच इज ल्यूटेनाइजिंग हार्मोन एंड एफएसएच इज व्हाट? Follicle stimulating hormone. Now, coming back to what does LH do? LH का जो टारगेट है वो क्या है? It acts on interstitial cells. It acts on interstitial cells, also called as leading cells. Also called as leading cells. और इसके इन्फ्लुएंस के अंडर लीडिंग सेल्स जो हैं they secrete male androgen. They secrete male androgen, and male androgen is testosterone. And male androgen is testosterone. ठीक है? And FSH is follicle stimulating hormone. FSH जो है it acts on Sertoli cell. It acts on what? The Sertoli cell. जो leading cells हैं they lie outside the seminiferous tubules in the testes. Leading cells or the interstitial cells, I repeat, they lie outside the seminiferous tubules but in the testes. And Sertoli cells, they are present in the lining of seminiferous tubules. And Sertoli cells, they secrete certain factors. They secrete certain factors required for spermiogenesis. Required for spermiogenesis. स्पर्मियोजेनेसिस हम अभी करेंगे बात. स्पर्मेटिड से जब स्पर्म बनता है उस प्रोसेस को हम क्या कहते हैं? Spermiogenesis. So, important here to remember is that is both testosterone, I repeat again, that is both testosterone and FSH. Testosterone and FSH are required for spermatogenesis. Are required for spermatogenesis. And we know what is spermatogenesis? Sperm formation. Sperm formation is what is the spermatogenesis. That is called as what? The spermatogenesis. अब हम अगर इसको शुरू करते हैं, that is जो हमारे पास पहले क्या है? स्पर्मेटोगोनिया. स्पर्मेटोगोनिया or also we call them male germ cells. Male germ cells. They line the seminiferous tubules. They line seminiferous tubules. And these cells are diploid. These cells are diploid. 2n is equal to 46 है इनमें. And DNA content इनमें जो है वो क्या है? 2C. And DNA content is 2C. So we say they are diploid cell, and diploid cell chromosome number is 46 and DNA content यहाँ पे क्या है 4C है, sorry 2C है. Now spermatogonia, they change to primary spermatocytes. They take nourishment from Sertoli cells. They now change to primary spermatocytes. Now primary spermatocyte जो है, primary spermatocyte is again diploid is 46 और इसमें जो DNA content है, DNA content is now 4C after interphase. इंटरफेज ऑफ सेल साइकिल में ड्यूरिंग एस फेज क्या होता है, डीएनए रेप्लिकेशन होता है. सो हमने अभी तक बात करी दैट सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल्स आर लाइंड बाय मेल जर्म सेल्स और द स्पर्मेटोगोनिया which are diploid cells. Now they form primary some of the spermatogonia. I repeat here, it should be not all spermatogonia, it is some of the spermatogonia. Some of the spermatogonia. They form what? The primary spermatocytes. Now it is the primary spermatocyte. This undergoes meiosis 1. This undergoes meiosis 1. We repeat, primary spermatocyte will undergo meiosis 1. Meiosis 1 we know is a reductional division. And meiosis 1 के दौरान क्या होता है, हैप्लॉइडी ऑफ जीनोम. क्या होगा, हैप्लॉइडी ऑफ जीनोम हो गया. और अब हमारे पास क्या बन गए हैं, वी आर नाउ फॉर्मिंग हियर two secondary spermatocytes. Now what are formed? The secondary spermatocytes. These are secondary spermatocytes. Now secondary spermatocyte में क्या हुआ है, हैप्लॉइडी ऑफ जीनोम हो गया. And now this is NN2C and this is what? NN2C. Meiosis 1 is a reductional division जिसमें क्या हुआ है, हैप्लॉइडी ऑफ जीनोम हुआ. अब डिप्लॉइड से वो क्या बन गया है, हैप्लॉइड बन गया है. डिप्लॉइड से now it has become haploid. And again repeating, what we are talking about here is we have a primary spermatocyte which undergoes meiosis 1 to form two secondary spermatocytes. और ये अब हमारे पास क्या हो गए हैं, NN2C, and these are secondary spermatocytes. Secondary spermatocytes बन गए हैं. और यहाँ पे क्या कंप्लीट हुआ है अभी हमारे पास, we are done with meiosis 1 and we have said meiosis 1 is a reductional division जिसमें क्या हो गया, हैप्लॉइडी ऑफ जीनोम. एंड नाउ सेकेंडरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट जो बन गया, दिस इज नाउ, दिस वाज 2n, यहाँ पे 2n was 46 और ये अब क्या बन गया, n is equal to 23. क्या बन गया है ये, n is equal to 23. एंड नाउ प्राइमरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट से बना सेकेंडरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट, and secondary spermatocyte will now undergo meiosis 2. Will undergo meiosis 2. एंड मेयोसिस 2 में क्या हुआ? हैप्लॉइडी ऑफ, it leads to haploidy of DNA content, leads to haploidy of DNA content. और अब हमारे पास बन गए हैं spermatids. We now have 4 spermatids. These are 4 spermatids. अब जो स्पर्मेटिड बना, दिस इज NC, 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 NC. सो यहाँ पे स्पर्मेटिड इज नाउ ऑल्सो 23. उसकी प्लॉइडी क्या है? N है, एंड नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम्स इज 23. अब यहाँ पे जो इंपॉर्टेंट बात हम कर रहे हैं, दैट मीन्स 1 प्राइमरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट, one primary spermatocyte gave rise to 4 spermatids. It gave rise to 4 spermatids. Now primary spermatocyte was what? 2n was 46, और अब जो spermatid बना वो क्या है? n is equal to 23. क्या बन गया है हमारे पास? n is equal to 23 बन गया. n is equal to 23. So this has formed the spermatids. So repeating again is 1 primary spermatocyte, 1 primary spermatocyte gives rise to 2 secondary spermatocytes, 2 secondary spermatocytes and 1 secondary spermatocyte, 1 secondary spermatocyte gives rise to 2 spermatids, gives rise to 2 spermatids, and therefore 1 primary spermatocyte, 1 primary spermatocyte, it gives rise to 4 spermatids. So I am repeating again, this is NNC and secondary spermatocyte है वो क्या था? NN2C. And spermatid we have said are NNC. Spermatids are NNC. Clear है? अब ये जो spermatids हैं, these spermatids, they will undergo spermiogenesis to form sperms or spermatozoa. To form sperms or spermatozoa. We repeat that this undergoes spermiogenesis or spermateliosis to form sperms or spermatozoa. Clear है? जो spermatid है उसमें अब हेड, नेक, मिडल पीस, टेल अभी नहीं है। स्पर्मेटिलियोसिस के दौरान वो चेंजेस होती हैं जिसके कारण अब क्या बन गया है? द स्पर्म नाउ हैज द हेड, द नेक, द मिडल piece and the tail. All these changes which are occurring, they occur during spermiogenesis or spermatilliosis, and we have said Sertoli cells produce certain factors which are responsible for spermiogenesis or spermatilliosis. Enough for today, and thank you, and join our Whiteray channel. Thank you very much. Subscribe to this Whiteray channel. Thank you.